scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
Find what you love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Walk right through the door. It's all here to explore. With guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Drink responsibly, B21. 1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go. Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this.
Now we're ready to roll.
And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio, Tuesday morning, 11:01. Let me start it out with giving a big happy birthday to the man that makes it all happen.
Hey, how'd you know that? That's interesting.
Mike Olivero, Facebook. I texted him this morning, first thing. I might have been one of his first happy birthdays because I think he got it from me at like 5:30 in the morning, feeling good about myself.
He deserves all, like, how come there's not a parade here today? I don't know, but that's cool.
Who deserves a parade? That lower level soccer team that just had the boat parade, or Mike O?
Both. Why is it either or?
Who gets more people to show up?
Might go easily.
It's not lower level. You understand you're talking about a championship team in their first year ever.
I know.
Like, they're good.
On it, I'm not saying they're not good. It's just a lower tier. It's not the NWSL. It is a lower tier. I didn't say they were bad. I never said they were bad at all. They can't be bad. They're champions of their league.
Face is lower tier.
But they're paid to play
face
league.
is lower tier.
No, it's not.
My face
No,
is
it's not. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
My face is definitely lower tier.
I bet you were Donnie Wahlberg. Donnie Wahlberg is top tier.
No, Mark Wahlberg.
Or
You got a
whatever.
haircut. I see that.
Who, me? Yeah.
I didn't want to say it
I
before.
got them all cut.
You're fired.
You were looking kind of scruffy earlier in
that's
the week.
lower
I didn't want to
tier.
say anything.
Yeah, no, I was trying to wait as close as I could to vacation because I didn't want to be halfway through it looking like a scuzzball. So yesterday was the day. I love my dude. He's like, he's from. I just started going to this dude to cut like the last few haircuts. He's from. He's been in America since he got out of his whole family came here, and he's from Uzbekistan.
Okay.
And he had originally said Russia, but I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking Russia. So yesterday, we were just making small talk, and I brought up, I brought up Russia. He's like, well, technically, I'm from the old Soviet bloc.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, well,
That's old school.
I'm like, where from? He goes, we're from Uzbekistan. He's like, it's more Asia, on the Asia side of things. I'm like, oh, and he just starts talking about how different it is now. And he's like, I went there and all my friends are there. So you go and all they do is drink and drink and drink and drink and drink. That's all they do is they go to work, and after work, you'll hate this next part, Monica. They go to work and they leave work, and then they go to a restaurant and they eat and they drink and drink and drink, and the wives aren't allowed to say anything. And because they're not going to go anywhere because they have the kids, so they know not to complain. They just have to keep their mouth shut and deal with it and blah blah blah.
Did he say this like in a bragging way? Like
no,
okay,
no.
He's like like over here in America,
right? Where these mouthy bitches don't know when to shut up.
Hey,
these yappy bitches,
right? No, and he's just going on about it. He goes, I lost 4 of my friends to alcohol. He goes, one of them was so wasted, he drowned in a puddle in a pothole.
Oh, my God, like Edgar Allan Poe.
Is that how he died?
Yeah, he died in a gutter. He just drowned in a gutter.
Yeah,
that's
kind of like what happened. And
I'm just going to go ahead and assume there was a book report or something due and you helped. Like, how do you know? I don't know what's happening there.
A little chat GPT. No, he was just telling me, he's like, and I went back not too long ago. He's like, I was excited to see all my friends. And he goes, they just, that's all they kind of do, and they haven't gotten out of that. And now there was a group chat. He goes, I finally had to kind of turn my back on my friends. He's like, they just come at me all the time. I go, they're probably just jealous. He's like, oh no, it's 100% jealousy. But he's like, I feel bad. These are my guys. But that's all they do is they sit and they drink and they drink and they drink. And they made fun of him for what he was drinking because he was drinking. Like they asked him to bring American. So he brought him a bunch of Johnny Walker. And they were drinking that, but he drinks Glenlivet, and they were making fun of him because he's all fancy and this kind of thing. It was just very strange hearing anybody telling me about life in Uzbekistan, and all I could think of is Borat, but I don't think Borat was Uzbekistan.
No.
Do you guys know?
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, right. But that's all I can think about is somebody, getting drunk and banging a sheep.
So they're like Asian Russians over there?
Well, it's listen, I'm no geography major, but Russia is so big and the Soviet Union was so big. I think kind of like part of it lies around Europe and part of it lies around where Asia would be, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I could very well be sounding completely stupid to anybody who knows what the reality of it is, but that's what he told me. He's like, it's kind of on the Asia side of Russia.
Oh, okay.
Uzbekistan. I was like, yikes. In other news, I just before the show started, I'm going to sound like a horrible Yankee right now, and I apologize in advance. What the hell are boiled peanuts?
Are you joking right now?
Boiled
I know you're
peanuts?
joking. Now you're trolling. You're trolling.
Monica, do I troll?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't troll. I have no idea what a
I
boiled
know that
peanut
you are not
is.
a 50-plus-year-old man in America, and you might not ever had them. You might rarely see them. You might have heard of them only 2 or 3 times in your life. But you know what boiled peanuts are.
I don't know what a boiled peanut is, other than obviously they boil peanuts. But what am I missing? Is it like
Nothing. They're gross.
Okay, but you would have. I was listening to John, the end of Johnny B and JoJo were talking about it, and the double entendres, like I love my nuts, my hot nuts and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And spicy nuts and this, that, and the other thing. But I have never had a boiled peanut in my life, nor have I seen it with my own eyes. So I don't know.
You've never driven on in South Carolina or Georgia or Alabama or Mississippi, and on the side of the road, there's a literal cardboard or a plywood handwritten boiled peanuts this way sign.
Ball breaker. Why do you think I'm lying to you about this?
Because I just feel like that's insane. Like I don't like them. It's not like I've lived my life enjoying them or whatever. But I feel like everybody knows what that is.
My extent of the South are the weeks vacations I've spent in Florida or the quick hits I come in when I come into Tampa. That's my whole experience.
There are
in the
boiled
South.
peanuts areas
I have
here.
never been to North Carolina, South Carolina. I had to do a conference in Atlanta for a weekend. And that's it.
You didn't
Never
leave the
been
hotel.
to Alabama, none of that
Now, how
stuff.
come you want to go to all these Spain and all these wherever, and you don't even know your own America?
I know it.
No,
I
you
just
don't.
know.
You don't know what boiled peanuts are.
I think you're being a little bit. You're exaggerating a little.
I'm not. I'm thinking you just named a handful of states that you've never been to, and
There's more than a handful I've never been to.
that's crazy. Why don't you want to do?
I've never been to
America
Iowa.
first?
The hell I want to go there for?
Because there's lots to see, culture, and again.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Culture.
What was that?
You have a
culture
different,
of Iowa.
Yes, you have a different culture than where you are now. It will be different, and you will learn. You will learn the phrase "knee high" by the 4th of July. You'll know what
Why
that
did
means.
I ask this question? Can somebody just tell me what boiled peanuts are?
Boiled
what
peanuts
it
are
is?
fire. You should definitely have some when you
They're
get
disgusting.
Here. No, they're not. They're awesome.
What? But again, I'm going to ask for the 15th.
I don't know how to say it. They're peanuts that are boiled. Like how?
Right,
else
but
do
are
you-
they do you spread them on something? Do they get soft and you
No.
spread them,
Yeah,
or you
there's-
pop them in your mouth like a chip?
No, they're soft, and then you crack the shell open and you eat the peanuts.
Okay, but you're not eating the whole shell.
No, not unless
some
you're
people
crazy.
do. Some people do.
What?
It's the truth. Some people
See,
do.
because I eat the whole shell, like I said, on sunflower seeds.
Oh, yeah,
And you guys looked at
forgot.
me like I was nuts, but I just figured if you're boiling them, these things must get soft.
It's
You should
very
be locked
soft.
up for that. That's weird.
They're mushy. They're very mushy, and so the shell is mushy. And in my head, the shell is supposed to be hard, and it's
Johnny B's talking about how he boils them in beer and who boils them in water and the whole thing. And I'm like, I have no idea what the hell these guys are talking about, but I know it's on me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's on me. Maybe I should know, but I have no idea.
You eat the whole, I still can't get over you eating the whole sunflower seed like a chipmunk. Like
I do.
Ooh, they're on the side of your cheeks?
Yeah. That's so weird to me.
I do.
Oh, my God. I can't believe this. My mind is blown.
Why? I'm not from the South.
But you don't have to be, but you're from America.
Listen, I challenge you to come anywhere in the New York area and find me boiled peanuts. Good luck.
I'm not saying that, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying branch out. Like there's no way you're your age and you don't. I'm not saying you have to like them or even try them or whatever, but you know I can't believe you didn't know they existed.
Yeah. It's like you're like, biscuits
really
and gravy. Is this a real thing?
Yeah, it just feels
Shrimp
so
and grits? That's
weird.
real?
Yeah, but biscuits and gravy you'll see on menus every once in a while, especially if I go Southern. I've just never. Okay, listen, I didn't mean to get crucified. I thought it was a simple question.
I'm literally in shock.
You're
That's why I feel
crucifying.
I honestly felt like you were joking at first. Like he's gonna say, "Oh, just kidding."
Told me I was trolling. I'm like,
yeah,
no, I'm not trolling. I just have no idea what it is.
It's that level.
But I'm interested.
You gotta, when you get here, have John Senning make you a batch of his because he makes boiled peanuts.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. He loves him some boiled peanuts and cooking
Lindsay,
it. Monica is making like a grossed out face.
They are so gross. But Lindsay likes them too. There people like them, and then some people don't. But I know that Lindsay likes them. I know that obviously John Senning likes them, and they're flavored. So you can make them different, like barbecue or spicy, or what. You can make flavors of them too, so they're not just plain.
And why do you hate them, Monica?
They're too mushy. They're not. There's no flavor. I don't feel like there's any flavor.
The texture.
To them.
You don't like the texture.
is
yeah.
gross, and I'm not. What's weird is I'm not a texture. Like I like
mushy things.
Yeah, I'm usually not a texture person, but in this instance, I'm the texture and the zero flavor.
I would think once you pop them in your mouth, it's peanut butter.
No, it doesn't taste like that at all.
No. Yeah.
Not at all. No. I like peanut butter.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's definitely not like eating peanut butter.
No.
Not even close. It's just, honestly, it's just mushy peanuts.
Which is peanut butter.
In a sense.
Right? Then you just
but they add stuff to peanut butter.
I think peanut butter has different stuff in it. You know, they don't think you just smash peanuts down and it's a paste and then you can eat
tell you, if you've ever had like natural peanut butter, not in a jar, but if you get them in like a Whole Foods kind of thing, they'll have small containers of it.
Publix makes it.
It doesn't even taste anything like Jif or Skippy or anything like that. Because you're right, because Jif and Skippy have all sorts of chemicals and everything else.
I like the chemicals. I'm a chemical.
Yeah, I need the chemicals.
I kind of like the chemicals too. I'm not gonna lie.
I want my chemicals. What, I grew up in Kazakhstan? This is America.
Right.
Give me my chemicals. Yeah.
Uzbekistan, dick. So yeah, I haven't had them.
Well,
but
again,
you know what I did finally try? I meant to tell you this the other day, Diz. Shakalicious gummies.
Oh, and you like them, right?
Big W.
Yeah, same.
Big W on the Shakalicious gummies, but I feel like they need more flavor.
Yeah, one of the listeners messaged me and she's like, I tried it and then I hated it. I'm like, well.
How did you hate them? They're fantastic.
You got to I was like, you got to tell me what your go-to candies are that you hated this. Because I think, like you said, they're up there.
They're pretty good. And they were a hit because I brought home my daughter. I had some, and I just finished the package. And she was like, I keep hearing about them. Are they good? I was like, yeah. And I bought her a package. And she was like, Dad, because we both are big on the gummy stuff. Big hit.
Yeah. Shaq makes some good stuff, man.
Will you use...
I love him so much.
What is the reason that you take them? Is this something that you will bring with you? Is it allowed to travel?
It's candy. It's candy.
Yeah, it's not like THC.
Shakalicious gummies?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I thought when you and Gareth both say gummy and you like them, I'm just going to go ahead and assume there's marijuana.
You thought he gave them to his daughter? It was like, here, share this with Papa.
Yeah.
You thought I gave my daughter weed?
Yeah.
Not weed, a gummy. Yes, I did. I could see you doing that.
Really? No, you cannot.
Because it's marijuana. And you've always said a million times you'd rather her marijuana than vodka.
Right, I'm not giving it to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
No way.
This guy didn't want her to get a belly button ring. He's like, but come have some THC gummies with your dad.
Right. That was sexual, he said, which is still whatever. But that your reason was that was allegedly sexualizing your daughter. I don't think marijuana sexualizes your daughter, does it?
No, but I'm not putting her on a path. She's going to find that path. She's going to find that path on her own.
Do you think she's on that path?
Yes. Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking in the room.
With weed, I don't know. Maybe.
We can all agree this is not 1965 where we clearly had no idea and associate it with all these bad, horrible things. Listen, I don't smoke it, but I voted it should be legal. I think it's crazy that it's not. It's natural, whatever. But would you be, if you found out knowing how much alcohol, which is way worse, that you were drinking at her age and before her, would you come down on her if you found a little something in her pocket?
I wouldn't be thrilled, but would I come down on her on it? Probably not. Probably not.
Just, hey, keep this out of my sight type of thing. Like I don't
don't let me know about it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
That's all. Because and they caught my wife. They both know my wife smokes.
Oh.
Both of them. So it's like, how much can we really with once you lose that card, there's not really a whole lot you can do about disciplining them for it. Right?
I mean
they're underage. They're underage, but
I don't know. Is it legal in New York? I don't know. But when they get to a certain age, they can get it on their own. This is not something that's illegal.
Right.
Just like vodka, when they turn 21, they're going to be able to get it on their own. This is, in my opinion, not as bad. And she's closer to getting it on her own if she wants it. Maybe she's like me. Maybe she don't want any part of it.
Like I've always said, I would rather that if there was a choice between smoking pot or something THC, whatever the hell you want, gummies or alcohol. I've never seen somebody smoke a joint, stand up on a bar, and start flashing their tatas. It doesn't happen. Yeah. It doesn't happen.
Yeah, but
a little bit of tequila does.
She might not. Well, I'm not gonna. Well, I'm not saying it doesn't mean she can't do anything that's not good just because she's not.
I'm not saying she can't, but I'm just saying, having experienced life a little bit, I know what people who do bong hits do, and they sit home and they eat Doritos or run to Taco Bell. I know what people who do shots of tequila do, and they can get up on the bar and start flashing people. And as far as that stuff goes, I'd rather smoke some weed.
Maybe she's a little more chill and she's a little less with her guard up and she likes to do a little more freaky things sexually.
Why do you got to keep pushing it,
I'm
man?
just saying.
Are you just trying to get me to want to choke you? Is that what it is?
No.
Is that what it is?
No.
When it comes to the daughter stuff, man, it's like you just want it's just sticking to my face. Yeah, she's 18. And yeah,
I just
she's
want
having
reality.
Sex, and yeah,
I
she's
want
just
you
grudge banging dudes just to get back at her father.
Okay, no, I didn't say any of that. I just want you to know, you have to know the reality, right? I know what you're going to
Do you think I need you to tell me what the reality is?
Yes, because the way you're acting is like you don't know. You're acting like you don't.
No, I know. I know what the reality is. I know she's 18 and I get it. Trust me, I get it.
You had kids. That's on you.
I know. I don't want to talk about it. We'll be right back.
Okay.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. 102.5 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Chloe loves softball. Cancer tried to stop her twice. Now she's a force on and off the field. We believe in Chloe's dream because we share it. Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. All we do, all for kids.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is, Tobacco-Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. When you call Tobacco-Free Florida's phone quit service, you'll receive one-on-one sessions with a coach who can help you on your quit journey. You may also qualify for free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco-Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Stingray Chevrolet. Hi, this is Steve Hurley, owner of Stingray Chevrolet. June has always been a huge month at Stingray, and this year, there's almost a buying frenzy as customers are looking to snap up bargains while they last. We can't predict the future, but the good news is right now, we have a huge inventory of new Chevrolets on the ground with rebates, bonus cash, and low financing all available. And Stingray's dealer discount is as much as $4,000. And remember, at Stingray, we do not charge a dealer fee, and that automatically saves you anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 on top of all the other discount. So listen, if you do shop somewhere else, be sure to ask, what is your dealer fee? Because otherwise, it's probably hidden in the fine print and can cost you thousands. But here at Stingray, there simply is no dealer fee, period. StingrayChevrolet.com, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4, exit 22, Plant City. Together, let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them, to see someone that is in pain. I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Put it off all month, but guys, you need to act now. International Diamond Center's amazing free finance offer ends Monday. So if it's time to pop the question, celebrate a big anniversary, or upgrade her diamond, now is the best time. And this is the best way to buy. You can make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with an unheard of interest rate of just 0%. 0.0. That's all the way to the year 2030. All designer rings and all certified diamonds are included. All colored gemstone jewelry, all fashion jewelry. Nothing's held back. So act now. Get that $12,000 engagement ring with a hand-picked certified diamond and designer setting and pay just $200 a month. Or that $3,000 diamond eternity band, just $50 a month. While interest rates are up everywhere else, IDC takes them all the way down to 0. So you can go big. But time is running out. International Diamond Center's rate relief ends Monday, June 30th and will not be extended. International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com on approved credit.
Have you ever taken your family to dinner and been shocked at how expensive the bill was? Or gone to the doctor and been surprised by a large bill that was sent to you later in the mail? There is over $22 trillion in U.S. tax-deferred retirement accounts like the IRA and 401k. So do you know how much you will owe in taxes on those accounts in the future? Hi, I'm Rebecca Walser, principal of Walser Wealth Management and a tax attorney. And right now I want you to think about how much you've saved in your own deferred retirement accounts, whether it's $250,000 or more. Guess what? That is not all of your money. You will have to pay those taxes in retirement as you withdraw it when you have no income. At Walser Wealth, we created a retirement tax bill calculator to show you what you will pay in future taxes on your accounts, and it's free for you to use. Go to mytaxtest.com. Knowledge is only power when it's followed by action. Knowing your future taxes, we can show you strategies that might help you lower them and lower your tax burden overall in the future. For now, use our free tax calculator, mytaxtest.com, mytaxtest.com.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio, sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. 800-771-1025 if you want to join the conversation. At JP on your radio on Twitter and the Instagram. I see Monica's taking Excedrin. What's the matter with you?
I don't like it. I'm uncomfortable at best, but I was desperate and there's no.
What's the matter? A headache or you
had
got
a
cramps
headache.
again?
Yeah, I had a headache and it didn't start until like 9:30, 10-ish or whatever. I'm like, come on. So I drink some water. You know, I got moving around thinking something would happen. No. And then it's like 10 till 11. I'm like, well, let's do drugs, people. Let's do all the drugs.
There's a flu going around. You think you're catching that?
I hope not. I didn't know there was a flu going around.
Yeah, JoJo was just talking about how she had it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
headache-wise?
Something whipped around my house 2 weeks ago.
Well, crap. I'm not going to be sick. I don't feel sick, but...
Hey, it's better to be sick now instead of July.
Oh, can you imagine? What if I'm all... You guys, that's what happens to me in my life. It's so funny you should say that. Whenever I look forward to something, like I'm looking forward to Bone Beach Bash, It's always screwed me. I think my brain is just, I get so psyched up. When I was in second grade, it was this field trip to this damn ass, listen, it was Iowa. This damn ass, like, old fashioned, I was so excited about it. It's like this old fashioned churn your own butter, like,
Oh
you know,
my
yeah, it was one of
God.
those places that you go, like a little homestead that you go find out.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was super excited. I was 8 years old. Anyway, and so I was talking about forever, permission slip signed and it's turned in. And then day of, I woke up just miserably sick, but being me, I want to go and I want to go to school. I tried to fake not sick. Most people are faking sick. I'm trying to fake not sick, and my mom could tell instantly. She's like, "What's wrong?" She takes my temperature, and I had to stay home. And the FOMO that I had of everybody coming back with the little pictures they drew of it, and I was just sitting there like a dork. This is going to be me. This is going to be me. You
No,
guys.
the dorks were sitting there being excited about churning butter.
You get a little horseshoe that they make with your name on it, and you get a clay brick that I don't know. Listen, it's what do you call those things in Nauvoo? It was in Illinois. What are they called? It's like it's their own religion. Joseph Smith. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You know, it's in American history, a whole movement. Nauvoo religion. What was it? Mormons. It was the Mormons. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was the Mormons.
By you in Iowa?
Yeah, we literally lived it's basically going from Tampa to St. Pete. We lived that far away from Illinois. We were right on the border.
The Mormons, the sister bangers, or the Mormons, the ones that have like 14 wives?
You have a lot of wives, yeah. And then you're not allowed, like, speaking of your Russian
Why does
friend,
anybody want that? I don't understand.
for sure.
because
I don't get that.
because they're raised in it. Like, you look at Mormons that are like in
Yeah.
Utah right now, and they're just raised to be a certain way. And I'm not judging. I just don't ever want to do it myself. But like the women, and you're not allowed to drink alcohol.
Oh my God, what are they doing?
And your whole purpose is to have kids, and just it's all very.
I went skiing out in Utah, which is like, I guess, ground zero for Mormonism.
Yes, it is.
And, I was still in my 20s, so we didn't go out until like 10:30, 11 o'clock, whatever it was. And first off, you had to, like, in order to go to a bar. Yeah. They're basically social clubs. So you have to pay for like a one-day membership.
Yep. So that's how it was in South Carolina.
Right?
Yeah.
And you go and you have a membership, and then they let you in, and we're in there for about 45 minutes. I think we had like 2 beers, and then all of a sudden the lights went off. And I was telling the bartender, I was like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Last call." I'm like, "Dude, it's not even 12 o'clock." He's like, "Welcome to Utah." I was like, "What?"
That's ridiculous.
And the beers had less alcohol in them.
Yeah. Oh, that's how it was in South Carolina. What you're saying is they got around the blue laws on Sundays by saying, "Oh, we're not a bar. You're a member of this club, and you have to buy." It was $1, and you get a little card, and then you can go in there and they can serve. But in South Carolina at the time, I don't know if they still do, they didn't have free pour. You know, where you put the little tip on the bottle and you pour your drinks. They had those little mini airline bottles, those little bottles of airline, and they were
that's what they gave you, a shot and a half.
They were all stocked up, all in the back of the bar. No bottles, just all those little tiny airline thingies, and whatever you wanted, they poured that in, so you couldn't have you pour. Like, you know what I mean? There was
that
no
sucks.
way. Yeah.
Greg online too. What's going on, Greg?
Hey, I suggest you isolate that soundbite where Monica just said, "Let's do all the drugs."
Let's do all the drugs.
Damn it, Greg. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. I forgot I did say that, didn't I? That's how I felt taking that Excedrin. Let's do all the drugs.
Yeah, but you'll
in my head, I snorted it, and I'm about to put it in my vein, but
good for you.
Yeah.
No, it's not to be encouraged.
Yeah, it is. Bumps at work. Yeah.
Yeah. Excedrin bumps. There is caffeine in them.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that wakes me up too. But it's half an hour, and it's starting to take my headache away, so I don't really care.
There you go. You see what I'm saying?
But see, that's how addicts get started. They're just so happy they're not in pain anymore.
Stop already with that's how addicts get started. I can guarantee you this. Listen to me, and listen to me closely. Addiction never started with aspirin.
I don't buy that.
Yeah, you're relieving pain. You're not trying to get high.
You're 100% right. What I'm saying is that I'm like, okay, I'm so happy that I'm not in pain anymore. I don't want the pain to come back. So I'm going to take 2 more, or I'm going to take 3 next time, or 4, or whatever.
No, that's not
and
how
then
it
pretty soon I'm like, exactly. Pretty soon that doesn't work. And I'm like, well, I guess I got to go to the next step, which is cocaine or whatever. And then next thing you know, I'm doing heroin in the parking lot.
Let me preface this with one of those, please don't take this the wrong way. Do you understand how many times you're on the baddie side of an argument?
I don't think that's baddie. I think that makes common. Like that's how addiction.
It doesn't make common sense.
Nobody just gets addicted. Like they don't just say, "I think I'm going to try heroin today," out of never doing anything else before. And
they start with things that get them high. They'll start with alcohol. They'll start with weed. That's why they're called gateway drugs. Nobody used the Tylenol as a gateway drug ever.
On purpose. But then it
maybe
leads to that.
NyQuil they used or whatever it is, because if you drink enough NyQuil, you'll get you'll get high or you pass out or whatever the hell it is. But I'm promising you this: nobody has ever used a Tylenol as a gateway drug to heroin.
Not on purpose. That's my point. Okay, so I saw a Lifetime movie it was ripped from the headlines. The Lifetime movies a lot of days now are ripped from the headlines. So they're true stories, but they make them into a movie. And this chick was in high school, and same concept. She had a headache, and it was really she had to stay home, and it was miserable. So she took some Excedrin or whatever she took. But then her friends were like, and she was like, "It's killing me." And they would come back, and her friends were like, "Why don't you just do this? Just do this one thing." And whatever it was, she was in so much pain. She was like, "I don't care." And so she went from Tylenol to whatever the next thing was, and then. Next thing you know, she's like, "Well, I'll do this heroin, but I'm not going to ever shoot it up." And next thing you know, she's shooting up, and she's
right. But that was a made-for-TV movie to scare the piss out of the kids, and there was peer pressure, and they gave her drugs that were clearly addictive. I'm telling you, it didn't start because of Tylenol.
Well, that might be that. I get that it didn't. She didn't. I guess they were given to her, and I'm not ever doing heroin. Whoever gives it to me, so you're right.
Of course not. Of course you're not doing heroin. I've done drugs. I'm not going anywhere near heroin. I'm not an idiot.
That's what I don't understand about.
I do miss bath salts, though. Not that I ever did them, but the stories were great.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay.
No, you don't remember when people were doing bath salts and they were eating people?
Yeah.
And those stories were amazing.
Does it scare you?
Scare me? No, I'm not going to go do bath salts. I just miss the stories. People turning into zombies, walking naked on freeways.
Yeah.
Eating other people. It was great.
Whatever happened to that?
I don't know. They came and went. I guess now it's that other thing we were talking about a couple of weeks ago.
I'm not ketamine.
The trank?
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
Were they the ones where they bend over?
No, I'm talking about the one which I think is called trank, which is the one where they just defy gravity. Remember we were talking about it a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, they're like passed out standing up.
Yeah, it's basically, but they're not only passed out standing up, they're passed out bent over like a pretzel and not falling.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the life of me, you can sit in there and try to tell me how that works. I have no idea. These people are, bent kneed in some cases, bent over at the waist, tilting to a side, and nobody's high as a kite, not barely, doesn't look like they're conscious, and they're not falling. And I don't understand how that's happening.
I feel so bad for their brain. Their brain is like, what is happening right now? Like, do I balance? I guess I balance. I don't know what their brain is doing.
I don't know how they can possibly balance. I know I couldn't do that sober.
Right?
No way. There's no way I could do that sober. Not a chance.
You can't. But then all of the challenges we tried to give you, and you're stone cold sober right here at work.
No, actually, I saw the other day that challenge that I think it was Sam was trying to get.
Oh, Danielle.
Danielle was trying to get Senning to do.
JP,
and I'm looking at Senning. I'm like, bro, you don't got a shot.
No, yeah.
No, I feel like he's just a husky guy. Like, I don't think he's overweight or fat. I think he's more of just a big guy. So I've had faith. I think, how like Chris Farley, not that John Senning's that big because he's not, but how Chris Farley was very agile. I think of John Senning that way. Like, he might be a bigger guy, but he's got balance and he can move. Like, I feel like he's agile.
I feel like you guys had me do one of those stunts.
Yeah,
and I pulled it off, but I was shocked that I was able to pull it off. But it wasn't that one because I couldn't do the one he was doing the other day.
Did you try it?
No.
You should try it right now.
No.
Yeah, I can do it. No problem. That's not. Yeah. And I think for me, the benefit, I have an advantage of sorts because I have such a low center of gravity and I'm so close to the floor.
Yeah. Not like Chris Farley, like John Senning.
So people know what I'm talking about. I believe the challenge was go from standing to sitting Indian style without using your hands, and then from that Indian style position, standing up without using your hands or letting your knees touch the floor or any of that stuff.
Correct.
Right?
All except crisscross applesauce. But yes, the rest is definitely.
No, it's not crisscross. Listen, it's never going to be crisscross applesauce. Okay. It's just not. You can correct me all you want. It's just never gonna. That's not gonna take.
I believe you.
Good. I wouldn't lie to you about it.
So try it. No, so try it. So just right now we can see you. And then
I'm not doing it.
Why not?
No. No, because I don't need more failure in my life right now.
But how do you know you can't do it? Like, what
I
makes
need
you
to,
think?
because I know my body. Yesterday I was in physical therapy trying to undo pain for almost an hour.
You got bad knees, right?
No, the knees are
That's the weird
one
part.
thing. The knees are the one thing that's still working. But
okay.
I just,
That's the funny part.
I don't think I got it in me.
A lot of it's core. You have
meanwhile,
core.
I see Carmen do it. She's like, boop boop. I was like, you bitch.
I heard she did it wrong. People are saying she did it wrong.
Oh, did she?
I didn't see the video. That's why.
I didn't.
Yeah, because you're all very judgy. I did my planks, and all of a sudden, like, yeah, you did it
Wow.
wrong.
Well, you
Meanwhile,
did.
You did
That's
that
not how you
wrong.
plank.
That's
at
not
all.
a plank at all. That's
You were
like
doing the downward doggy, if anything.
Yes, that's kind of. He's kind of right. Like it was between a plank and a downward dog, but you weren't planking, and like that's. But that's not us picking on you. That's that's just fact.
Yeah, we're trying to help you.
I did what my trainer told me to do.
Yeah, your trainer.
And I showed you my trainer.
Yeah.
Trainer's being nice to you.
Trainer's ripped. He keeps doing these.
I bet you. Money says when your trainer does planks, he don't do them like you did them. He's planking.
He's probably working around my injuries. That's why.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's understandable.
If I had to guess, but you guys are ruthless.
Wow.
You don't care if I end up back in traction. Nobody cares.
I don't want you to
You
end
just
up
want
in
the opportunity to laugh at me, which
I
I
don't-
understand wholeheartedly.
I don't want you to end up in traction. I don't want to laugh at you per se, but I
Yes,
do.
you do.
Yeah, you
no,
do.
I know.
How do you not?
Yeah.
Because I think
That's what we-
I don't want you to feel bad, but
That's our job.
I do
is to
wanna-
find things that
Yeah.
find the shortcomings of the other two, hone in on them,
why did I sign up
and
for this?
exploit it.
Who signs up for
When he
this?
was explaining it, you were laughing.
I know.
So you definitely want to laugh at him.
Right.
I feel bad about laughing at you. How about that?
Don't
But
feel bad.
I want
That's
you
fu-
to try it.
It's the same reason I laugh at taser videos. I don't feel bad. They're funny. Me trying to sit down Indian style and then stand up from Indian style I'm going to fall on my face and it's going to be funny.
I think you can do one or
for
the other.
everybody but me.
Can we do half the challenge? In other words, because I think from what I remember, there's points taken off. Like it's okay to not do the whole entire thing. So I feel like you could go from standing with your legs crossed to sitting down, or you could have your legs crossed sitting down and standing up, but you just can't do both. But that's okay. So try one.
It's supposed to be like your expectancy.
Oh, that's right. How long you're going to live?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right. That's right.
Oh, I got 45. I think I got 45 minutes. If
Yeah,
I make
man.
it to dead guy, it's going to be a miracle.
Oh no,
know?
no.
It's the truth.
I feel like
I'm not limber. That's my issue. I'm not limber. I never have been. I've told you, I've never in my life been able to touch my toes.
But
Ever.
Never? Even when you
Never.
played?
that's so weird.
Bro,
Never.
that's not good.
What's
Dude,
weirder,
I
him
was
not
all-
being able to touch
like-
his toes ever, or not heard of boiled peanuts? Because both of them are just weird.
Like yesterday, excuse me, what was it yesterday? No. I was thinking about, I remember something so clear like it happened yesterday. I was at soccer practice and we were doing stretching. My high school coach and I didn't really jive, but he had no choice but to deal with me. And we're stretching. And he's like, come on, JP, you could, what are you doing? Why are you half-assing it? I'm like, dude, I'm not half-assing it. I can't touch my toes. I don't know what you, and
I know
he's
what you mean.
and he's yelling at him. He's getting on me. I'm like, dude, you can keep yelling all you want. I can't touch my toes.
But I know what he means. Like, if you started, I would want to just push you. Like, you can't
Yes,
do it. Like,
but
I just
you
want to push
can't.
you down. But you
You know,
can.
Monica, when I'm there, try it.
Yeah, I'll help you too. I'll get behind you and I'll
Can I
make
sit on
sure
your
you're
back?
limber.
Try it.
Can I-
Yeah, if you want me hospitalized, yeah, go ahead.
No, listen.
Not because you're heavy, but because my back is, it's always 2 seconds away from shattered.
I feel like of all, and I've said this to you many times before, of all the people that I know that should be doing yoga, it is you. Your
I know.
entire body would
That's a good
thank
point.
you for it.
I know. I did that hot yoga twice. Did I ever tell you that?
Just do regular, average, everyday yoga.
I did hot yoga. I wanted to die. I made sure I took the mat, like a mat, and I put it closest to the door. And
Why?
they said it was for all levels. My ass. It was not for all levels. It was my first time in a yoga class.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. The guy's like, come on, you could do this and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I just told you I just started. I can't, give me, and that Bikram hot yoga, and you're holding the poses, and it's the same
I don't know
poses
why.
every single time.
Why did you
I
start
kicked
with
that-
Yeah,
hot
why would
yoga?
you start with that?
because
That makes
somebody was trying to get me to do it, and I decided to go give it a shot because I knew it would be good for me.
I'm trying to get you to just do regular yoga, and also if you get into your little Thunderdome brain, you can do this. They have a million options online that you would just be in your house, and nobody would see you, nobody would laugh at you, you wouldn't feel weird, and you could do it at your own pace.
No, I want to do it because I have to go. I need the appointment. Because if you leave me to my own devices, I'll do nothing.
Okay. Well, you know
It's
that
the
about
truth.
yourself.
That's just the way. It's like I've been dying to go back to the gym, but every time I'm like, I just don't feel like going. I don't feel like going. If I have the appointment, if I have an appointment and I'm meeting somebody there, like I'm meeting a trainer or whatever it is, I'll go every time.
I think
I'll
should
push
make it a
myself to
priority.
go. But left to my own devices, I'm a lazy prick.
Make it. I'm the opposite. Don't tell me where to be, or then I feel like someone's telling me what to do. So I'll just do it when I want to do it.
Also, if he does it at home, people are definitely gonna laugh at him. I don't
be
know
worse
why
there.
you said that.
Yeah, it must be- it
They
might
wouldn't
be
laugh
right.
at him.
Well, if I'm doing it at home, you think I'm telling you to?
No, I'm saying, but your
daughter?
Yeah, your kids are gonna laugh at you.
Oh my God! Yeah.
What is wrong with that?
Yeah,
Even
no,
your
I
dogs
gotta-
are gonna be like, "We listen to this guy.
Right.
This is who we take orders from."
They're making their sad noises. But JP, make it a priority. Make an appointment. Buy a week of yoga or something, a session or a month or whatever, and just try it. I'm telling you, your entire body will thank you.
You should have seen me crawl out of that hot yoga. I punched that door open and crawled outside. I was like,
You're like in the desert.
Beach bash, JP's hot yoga.
There you go.
JP's hot
And
yoga.
Scene. There
You're
will be
breaking
yoga
up.
there.
No, I don't want to steal Carmen's thunder. Carmen's the yoga queen.
Listen, if I can do the splits, you can touch your toes. That's your goal. And I am.
How about this? If you can do a split and pick up a dollar bill with your snooch, I'll do it.
What's going on with my snooch?
Well, if you can
Snatch
get down that
dollar.
low and you can pick up a dollar bill like a high quality stripper, then I'll do it.
I can do it with my butt. I don't know.
You've never seen that? You've never been to a
No, but
bachelor
there's
party.
there's no way to move those things in and out.
Those are usually Kegels. Come on.
Oh.
You can do it.
See?
I'm practicing at home.
Yeah.
It's JP 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio, Monica and Diz. All three of us will be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Breaking summer news. All the rooms at the Sky Beach Resort for the Bone Summer Beach Bash are completely sold out. But good news, you can still come out and party for free. Neutral presents the Bone Summer Beach Bash. An entire weekend of awesome events and hanging out with all your favorite people from the Bone. Plus, it's absolutely free to get in. It's all happening July 18th through the 20th at the beautiful Sky Beach Resort in St. Pete, a bayfront oasis with a private beach at the southernmost tip of St. Petersburg in the Skyway District. No matter what you do, don't miss the Bone Summer Beach Bash, presented by Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. Special thanks to attorney Patrick Smith.
For decades, Camtech School of Construction has been the leader in preparing thousands of people to advance their career as a licensed contractor. Join Camtech's free info seminar tonight, 7 p.m. Tampa AC Hotel by Marriott, 4020 West Boy Scout Boulevard, 1-800-875-PASS, camtechschool.com.
Summer is here, and it's time to get your backyard ready where you always wanted it to be. From custom patios and pavers to upgraded driveways, Waterman Properties is your go-to for bringing your summer vision to life. Whether you're remodeling, rebuilding, or repairing from a storm, Waterman Properties handles everything from demolition to install with expert care and zero runaround. Visit watermanproperties.net or call 813-715-7383. It's Waterman Properties. Your vision is their mission. Hit them up today and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Real stories with Hellsberg.
After we met and we started dating, Nancy and I lived 150 miles apart, and I would drive my old jalopy car, and it was roughly a 3-hour distance. It took 3 years I drove across that state back and forth dating her every weekend.
Persistence.
And I would have never stopped. I had a lot of energy back then, 36 years ago.
At Hellsberg, find the engagement ring worthy of your story. Designed with the love, care, and craft it deserves. Visit a Hellsberg store or Hellsberg.com.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota, where the low and locked-in sales event is going on all month long. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Sun, Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
Paid for by Hims & Hers Health. Hims & Hers weight loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at 4hers.com apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded.
Trying to lose weight?
It's time to try Hers. At forhers.com/radio, you can access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored to you. These include oral medication kits and personalized compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient that's in Ozempic and Wegovy, but at a much lower price. So you can lose weight for less money than you'd spend on name-brand drugs. Through Hers, pricing for personalized compounded semaglutide starts at just $165 a month for a 12-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees. Plus, the process is 100% online. If prescribed, your personalized plan ships free directly to your door. Reach your weight loss goals with help from Hers. Get started at forhers.com/radio to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's forhers.com/radio. forhers.com/radio.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Hey, Brandon Rhymes here. Top 1% Realtor team, Keller Williams Realty. Buy, sell, or invest in real estate, commercial or residential. 813-917-1894. ConsumerQB.com. 917-1894. ConsumerQB.com.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8 year old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensate for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
And now, back to JP.
It's JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Again, 800-771-1025 if you ever want to jump in and talk with us. Monica and Dizzy with me as always.
Where's the worst place to have a wardrobe malfunction, you think?
The worst
as
place
a
to have
girl, the pool.
The pool?
Oh,
There's a tampon string hanging out.
Ugh.
I'm just saying that'd be the worst, wouldn't it?
Why do you got to take it there?
Or a nipple coming out of the bathing
That's
suit?
fine.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Everybody likes a nipple out.
Just
but why
telling you
gotta
the
go to
nightmare scenarios.
Why you got to go to... So nasty.
It's that would be girls listening right now are thinking she's 100% right. That would be the worst.
I'm sure you are, but it's the worst for everybody in the pool, too.
That's
we don't know what the hell's going on in there. What if that thing falls out?
Blood is going on in there.
This is why Uzbekistan had it right. Just
God, yeah, right. Just keep the way.
In fact, I should go away for a week while that's happening, right? And just be hidden in a cave somewhere until I'm done and then come out. All right, that's
yeah, nailed it.
Did you
Not a girl.
see the story about the American sprinter, Chris Robinson?
No, who's that? I don't even know who that is.
He was running, 400-meter hurdles. And
okay,
when he got past like the second hurdle, he had a wardrobe malfunction and his thing was out.
Oh,
no way.
Did it get knocked loose because of the hurdle?
When he jumped, it just like jostled loose. And this man is still running and fixing it as he's running. And then I guess at some point he goes, not gonna be able to put this, snake back in the den, so I'm gonna just run. And he ran with it out the whole time and won.
Wait, did he win?
And he won?
He won.
Would that hurt? Or there's no pain there, just the balls? And so
what is he wearing? Like, what is? I'm assuming he's wearing like almost like Speedo bottoms with like the skin tight tops that like runners wear, right? Like this is not where they're wearing the old school flowy shorts.
No, it's
runner
shorts.
shorts.
It's the flowy shorts. Yeah.
Oh, it is the flowy shorts.
Yeah, it's the flowy shorts. So.
And his junk came out of the side. Good for him.
Junk came out on like the first.
So he's not wearing
second.
drawers.
That's a good question. Maybe he's probably wearing boxers, and then they just
Who the hell would run with boxers? You need to support the boys.
Everybody's got their own
Hey,
style.
man, the man's a champion, so he must know. He must be doing it right.
Yeah.
So then how long was it? Like, was it like a half a second, or was it running like half the race with that thing while he's adjusting?
Like the second hurdle, it came out, and then like the third hurdle, he's trying to put it away, and I guess as he's coming up to the fourth one, he's like, "I'm gonna just run."
Yeah,
right.
He finished with it.
Also, honestly, what's the difference between that and I'm sorry, guy, I hope you weren't embarrassed. Good for you for winning. Congrats. But like, there are men in everyday society who just start adjusting their own stuff. So I guess
We have no choice.
Yeah. You have to.
Okay.
We have no choice.
Seriously, if you had one, you would know.
I know, and I don't.
Sometimes you just have to,
Now, when you say have to,
it's very.
you would prefer to, but
No,
you don't have to.
It's in an uncomfortable position, or maybe it's
Why is it
really
moving?
hot. What do you mean?
Why
is
is
it
it
moving?
moving?
I don't wear underwear. I mean, I wear
Oh.
stuff under, but I don't wear underwear where it's just like tighty whities and you're stuck in there.
What do you wear?
Boxers or boxer briefs.
I
But
wear
even
boxer
then,
briefs.
there's usually boxers or briefs, but there's room in there. It's not like it's not like spandex. You know what
Maybe go down a size and tighten it up.
I mean? Nah, I need it to flow. I can't.
Yeah,
have
see,
it
I
constricted.
like high and tight.
See, yeah, I'm with you. If I had, like, I can't imagine walking around with something dangling. I would want to eliminate the dangling as much as I possibly could. So I would want it high and tight. Let's cup it in.
And I got to be honest with you. It's like, you know how you're watching a movie and maybe a couple gets out of bed and the dude gets out and he's wearing boxer shorts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm calling no homo, but dudes in box, like there's nothing sexy about a dude in boxer shorts.
There's nothing sexy or nothing sexier.
Nothing sexy.
Oh.
I think dudes.
No, that's not true. A low slung. Listen, you get a nice little set of abs there, even if they aren't defined, but it's all tight, and then you have some low slinging boxers, and
Yeah, I don't know. Might as well be
Boxers or
wearing-
boxer briefs?
Yes.
There's a difference.
I know. I like them both. It just depends. Like, if you are in fantastic shape and defined and all of that, then get those briefs going because I need to let's see it all. But if you're maybe, you're not, nobody's perfect or whatever.
You got
like
dad
Chris
bod?
Farley.
Not dad bod, because ill. Like,
Chris Farley. Yeah, you said it earlier.
he's agile, is what I said.
If you said he lives by what is it? In a van down by the river.
Right.
if you're like not completely defined, I can't see a six pack, but you still have a flat, nice toned stomach, then sling those boxers. I think it's very sexy,
Okay.
and especially the way. To be honest with you, the getting out of bed thing, especially when you get out of bed, and I hate to say it, but when you adjust your
Yeah.
boxers when you get out of bed, I think that's kind of sexy too.
See, so you're for us touching and adjusting.
Well, no, not in public when I'm trying to talk to you and go like and having a serious combo.
It's only okay when Monica says it's okay.
That's now you're learning. Now you're learning.
So JP,
Right.
what's your go-to for
Move?
women? No, for women. What do you enjoy them wearing under?
Thong,
stuff?
butt underwear.
To me, I don't think there's anything hotter than a tank top and panties.
What kind of
Okay.
panties?
Yeah, what kind of panties?
It doesn't even matter.
It could just be granny panties and you're
Boy
like,
shorts?
Tank top and panties. Boy shorts are great. Thongs great. Just something about a tank top and panties, I think, is sexy as hell.
Like, I'm assuming you're thinking spaghetti straps and a little crappie, like a clingy.
No, it could be a wife beater. I don't care.
Oh.
It could be just tank
Okay.
top and panties. It's just so sexy.
I like when they wear the little lacy panties, but their cheeks are out at the bottom. That's my go-to.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
So basically, like the boy shorts, they're
Yeah.
a little cheeky.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, man.
That and like wear one of my shirts, one of my big shirts.
Yeah.
And then that's my go.
I'll
No girl's
be-
wearing that.
I'll be honest with you.
We're gonna
that-
get in trouble.
I like that. I like to have the guy's shirt on. It just smells good.
Yeah. I think it's hot when Nicole wears my stuff or like my hoodies. She's wearing her panties and my hoodie. I'm like, yeah.
That's awesome because
you getting clapped down tonight, girl.
they're super. A guy's hoodie, nothing better. Nothing better. It's always big and it's always soft and smells like him. And yeah, I need a boyfriend.
You need something.
I need a boyfriend.
Even if it's a rental for a night.
Yeah.
Something.
Let's get you an escort. Like Diddy.
I'll tell you what, I'm not going to do a GoFundMe for your teeth, but I put up a GoFundMe in 30 seconds to get you laid.
Go bang
my
me.
God.
I think it's a different whole.
Let's get the Punisher from Diddy Freakoffs.
In 30 seconds.
Yeah, no,
Speaking
I
of,
think it's going to happen organically.
You know what? Speaking of pecker out at Freakoffs, I saw yesterday that they're going to go to closing arguments on Thursday.
Yep, tomorrow's closing arguments. The defense rests. Was it yesterday? Yesterday or
yeah. And they didn't even present any witnesses. They just basically said they never proved the case.
Yeah, they did
Those
with
guys over there.
what's his face? The other guy who's going through this stuff, the producer guy. What's his name?
Oh, I don't
the
know.
movie producer who got in trouble. He's like Weinstein. Is it Weinstein?
Oh, yeah, Harvey.
Harvey Weinstein. Yeah. Same thing he did in his trial. They're like,
oh,
I'm not taking the stand, and we have no one to call up.
Yeah,
This is kind of a smart move. Don't incriminate yourself.
Didn't really work out for Harvey.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But my question is now, okay, so when they come out, they do the closing arguments, and Monica, you would know because you've done the jury stuff. When they do the closing arguments, they finish, and then they put it to the jury. Who reads who reads instructions to the jury of what they have to have found?
The judge. The judge has a whole, and it takes for effing ever. And what I'm always afraid of, and call me a nerd all you want, because it's pages, and the judge is literally reading. So it's not like it's, he's riffing or anything. It's a literal page and page after page of the things that we need to consider, what this means, like definitions of things. When I say a reasonable doubt, this is what I mean. When I say preponderance of evidence, like there's reading definitions and what our job is as jurors.
Do they give you a copy of those definitions?
Yes, after the judge reads it. And like I said, I'm always nervous nobody's paying attention because it's long and drawn out. And after a while, people might get bored. I'm like, pay attention, people. Listen to what you're saying.
I'm definitely tuning out.
Yes.
Right. 2 sentences, I'm like, all right.
I don't think you're the only one, which is what's frustrating. But then the judge will tell us, do you understand? We all have to individually say yes. And then we go and they give us a copy of that. Now, they also, while we're in there debating, if there's any questions, we have the right to say, hey, can we read what this witness said or whatever? Can we, what's the definition of this? Or like any questions we have, we call that, we have a button to ring, and then the bailiff comes in and asks, and we have to write it down, the foreman does, and then we send it out, and then they have to give us whatever we ask for as far as more information or clarification of something that we don't understand.
How does the foreman get chosen?
We do it amongst our group. We, like, whoever says, who wants to be the foreperson, as I say, but we had a foreman in the last mock juror we had. But
you weren't it?
I have been a foreperson before, and I have also not been a foreperson, yeah.
On a real trial foreperson?
Yeah. I was the foreperson on the one with where I convinced the other two people.
I feel like I would not want that.
I
Especially when you got to read it out.
I would not want Monica to be my foreperson.
We find him guilty, and I'd be like, my bad, dog. It wasn't really me. I said not guilty.
Right.
Majority rules.
You're like side-eyeing like this guy over here.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this, and I've said this 1,000 times. If I was ever on a jury with Monica, and it would get to the point where I'm beating my head against the wall, just fine, whatever you want, just take good.
No, but here's the thing: the foreperson's job isn't to boss anybody around. It's literally
Are
just.
you sure?
Yes. No, it's supposed, and they say this about there. If you're going to do this, this is what your responsibilities are, and all it is to make sure. Because let's face facts: there are people like me who are very opinionated and mouthy. And then there are people who are shy, and then we're all in the same group. Now, why should my opinion be heard more than someone else's? So
that's why I think you're better off with the shy person as the foreman.
No, they don't have the guts to lead it. You have to be able to lead the whole situation and make sure every voice, and then make sure when people are arguing or when it's confusing that, okay, stop that. We're going to move on to this, and we've decided that. Now we're going to decide, keep us on track.
Oh, do you get paid extra for that?
No.
Oh my God, ain't no way.
But if you're elected, and if people and the one time they were like, we want her to, then I'm,
Not
okay.
doing it. Can I put this on a resume? No. So I'm never doing that.
I've never volunteered to do it. But the guy at the mock trial the other day, he was one of his hand went straight up. He's like, I'll do it. It was Spike, by the way.
Me, I would.
It was. I'm sorry. What?
It was Spike, the foreman that was at the mock trial. Holy crap! I've never met anyone more Spike in my life.
What makes him Spike?
Just
he was drinking Miller Lights.
Picture Spike and how he is, and that's how this guy was.
He had a hat with an S on it.
Fun, making little jokes here and there, but also, really having a point to make and not letting up. And I don't know, he just was very, very Spike, in not a bad way, in a fun way.
I got to be honest. Speaking of Spike, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, did he start wanting to do birthday shout outs in
he had horrible
the
ideas.
Deliberation room?
He had horrible ideas that he thought were good. No.
Spike is doing it right because with the retirement. I know two people. I don't really know them. John Senning's parents are retired and touring the U.S. and Spike is all over the place with his retirement.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to some time like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it won't be in radio because I ain't getting no retirement off part-time.
Right, but I want to. That's what I want to do.
Just travel and enjoy.
Yeah, that's it.
I said I want to
eat some boiled peanuts, right, JP?
Yeah.
Your assignment, JP, would be to not travel outside of the U.S. until you've reached all of the states, and then
we're getting there. That's probably going to be next year, and I think part of it will be around the World Cup.
Oh
yeah. There you go. Perfect.
I think part of it's going to be, we'll take the normal time, and the World Cup will be right around the time where we always take off, and then just end up in different cities and go check out some games and check out the cities and check out maybe some national parks and stuff like that. I think that's going to be next year.
That'll be nice.
Is there games in New York?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. But I'll avoid those games at all costs because the ticket prices will be bananas.
Oh, yeah,
but if I go see them in,
Utah or something,
St. Louis or something along those lines, where even Dallas or wherever they are, I guarantee you, no matter what, the tickets will be cheaper.
There's some games in Georgia I'm trying to go to with my pops.
Yeah,
it'd be cool if you got tickets and we all went together. You probably wouldn't sit together, but got.
I would love, dude. I would. You know what? I would come down there and didn't Miami get games? Maybe not.
Yeah, they did.
Orlando.
Yeah, but I think Miami's the same thing you're gonna run into in New York. It's gonna be overpriced and the hotels because Miami's already I'll tell you this: Miami's overrated to me. South Beach is nice and all that, but everything is so overpriced and not worth it down there.
It's smaller than people think. It's its own little tiny area. I think for me, it's all about the rigmarole. I don't need to go in and see all of that. Someone else would enjoy it much more than I do. But it's about the hoopla and all of the pre-parties and all of the events that surround where it's going to be. That to me would be where the fun is, and I would get into it. I just don't need to see it.
I would like to go to places where I can go maybe see a national park and then get to a game. That would be fantastic. But I don't know if it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be possible.
Make it happen, JP.
We shall see what happens. Huh?
Make it happen.
Well, I don't know if it's not that I won't be able to make it happen. I think it might be one or the other because I don't know how many host cities are near those kind of national park kind of places. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't think there's any games in Denver. I don't think there's any games in Salt Lake City, which is, near Moab. And Denver, you can go into, Rocky National Park and all that good stuff. But we shall see. It's JP, 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. I'll be right back.
So fabulous. I'ma be real on us. Nobody got nothing on us. Girls be all on us from London back down to the U.S.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Did you miss the Mike Calta show today?
There's something we need to address. Is Ric Flair crapping his pants at bars?
Oh, no.
That is the current rumor. I saw a picture of him last night.
Yeah. I did hear this in the background.
Listen to the Mike Calta Show every weekday morning at 6 a.m. on The Bone. Or anytime with the full show replay on the free 102.5 The Bone app.
102.5 The Bone and Stella Artois are on a mission to find the best wings in the Bay. Voted Hooters, Hurricane Eddie's in Dunedin, and Abe's Place. Scan the QR code. Vote and you can win Stella swag, beer, bragging rights, you decide. Go to thebestwingsinthebay.com for details.
When it really matters, choose Farrah and Farrah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
The bigger, better, faster summer event is on at Jerry Ohm Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get deals on over 1,000 vehicles in stock during the Employee Pricing Plus event. Save up to $15,000 on new 2025 models, and your first 3 payments are on us. And don't forget to visit our website and enter for your chance to win a new Ram 1500. It's all happening at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S. Jerry Ohm. Tampa is Ohm Country. Online at jerryohm.com. Call 1-800-840-0798 for complete details.
John Senning here. I'm obviously not an attorney, but Mo DeWitt is. And you probably already know that if you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo and his firm fights for the injured people in Tampa Bay to get them what they deserve. Fighting the insurance companies can seem overwhelming, but that's what Mo does every day. And he's ready to do it for you. No matter what life throws at you, stand up and fight to get what you deserve. And it all starts with one call to Tampa's injury attorney at 866-CALL-MO. Give him a call day or night at 866-CALL-MO. That's 866-CALL-MOE.
What's up, Bone listeners? It's Captain Zach. Are you looking for more power? Check out my friends at LBP. Whether you're boating, taking a cruise on the golf cart, my friends at Lithium Battery Power have the innovative technology to give that to you. Check them out at lithiumbatterypower.com or call 727-223-9831. Lithium Battery Power. Longer life, more power.
It's Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I've got something important to talk to you about. Your 401k. If you have changed jobs, there are two very important considerations. You don't want to leave your 401k behind, and you don't want to roll it over into your new company plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. 401ks will often have limited investments or age-based options. Since companies have to make choices to suit all employees, they may not be suited to you, which could cost you fees and money. When you roll over your 401k into an IRA, you not only keep your money growing tax deferred, but you also gain access to a world of investment options specifically designed for you. Trajan Wealth and our fiduciary advisors have helped thousands, and we can do the same for you. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
You put it off all month, but guys, you need to act now. International Diamond Center's amazing free finance offer ends Monday. So if it's time to pop the question, celebrate a big anniversary, or upgrade her diamond, now is the best time. And this is the best way to buy. You can make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with an unheard of interest rate of just 0%. 0.0. That's all the way to the year 2030. All designer rings and all certified diamonds are included. All colored gemstone jewelry, all fashion jewelry. Nothing's held back. So act now. Get that $12,000 engagement ring with a hand-picked certified diamond and designer setting and pay just $200 a month. Or that $3,000 diamond eternity band, just $50 a month. While interest rates are up everywhere else, IDC takes them all the way down to 0. So you can go big. But time is running out. International Diamond Center's rate relief ends Monday, June 30th and will not be extended. International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. Excludes Rolex. Details and more at shopidc.com. On approved credit.
Have you been hurt in an accident? Burnett EPA is here with a quick response. One call and we're on it. It's fast, easy, and focused on you. Quick action, real results. Burnett EPA, we're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Wednesday nights are Bone Bowling Night at Pin Chasers for just $12.99. You can bowl until your arm hurts from 9 p.m. until close, and that deal is good at all 4 area Pin Chasers locations. The new one in Brandon, the one in Pasco, and the 2 in Hillsborough, one off the Veterans and one on Armenia. Pinchasers.net to reserve your lane and check out the other nightly specials.
Bowling, food, and fun at Pin Chasers. Find what you love and love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the whoops. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Guys, if I could just have your attention.
Turn it on now!
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go!
Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this.
Now we're ready to roll.
And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
12:09, hour number 2. JP brought to you by JustCallMo.com, Tampa's injury attorneys. 800-771-1025 is the phone number to jump in on the conversations. Always welcome. Love to have you as a part of it.
I'll feel goody. Hey, JP.
What did you say, feel goody?
Yeah, you're feel goody today.
I'm in the mood.
I like that. I'm going to always run with that. I thought of you, actually. I don't know if you saw the story or not, because your daughter is eventually going to go to UTampa.
Correct.
At the beginning of the year, anyway. And there was a University of Tampa grad that was in Israel during all of this chaos, basically.
Okay.
And yeah.
Doing what?
And she was actually volunteering. I think she was following along with an ambulance or something.
wow.
Like she was very volunteering. By the way, no, I don't know if he was paying her or anything. But she's 22 years old.
Was it like part of an internship or study abroad kind of thing?
Yeah, a 5-week situation where she was.
It's a study abroad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very cool. Except that she's over there. The timing sucks.
I'll agree. I don't disagree with you with that.
So,
but the timing is sucked for the last 2 years. Yeah, she chose to go now.
That
so
is true. That is true too. I think that timing has sucked for the last hundreds of years, for that matter. But
right.
But so as of right now, anyway, so they were, obviously they're trying to get Americans the hell out of there. And so she said that she spent several nights in a bomb shelter, just waiting to get the word to get the hell out of there. Before getting evacuated. And then she landed yesterday morning on a flight carrying 160 passengers from Israel. She was the last one on the plane. Like, she took the last seat.
Good for her. Where'd she end up? Where did they have to go to get out of there before she came back to the States? Is she from the States?
Yeah. She's definitely from here, and she definitely, like I said, she was over there for 5 weeks or something like that.
It's got to suck if you were 161. They're like, sorry,
I know,
dog.
that's what I said. That was my first one. I'm like, I'm so happy for her, but what if you're 161? Yeah. You're like, oh, crap.
Sorry about your luck.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why I have no sympathy for that. And you're going to laugh because it's a strange comparison. But years ago, I don't know if I ever told you this, Monica, but years ago, when Jon Stewart had his show, way before The Daily Show, Jon Stewart had a talk show on MTV.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those things where you got tickets, but it was still first come, first serve. And I went with Derek, my one-legged doctor friend, and they started letting people in. And he's sitting there still on crutches.
Oh, jeez.
Still on crutches with one leg, no prosthetic, none of that yet. And we waited for a couple hours. So he's sitting there leaning on crutches for a couple hours, and they cut it off right in front of us. I'm like, he's missing a leg.
Yeah, and that sucks. I don't know how do you decide who's the god in the situation? Like,
Then years later, Roger and I had Jon Stewart on the show, and he's like, I got a bone to pick with you. He's like, what? And I told him the story. He's like, tell me you're kidding. I'm like, dude, I am not kidding. He's like, of course I told him. I sweat my balls off outside New York City on the hot concrete with a newly amputee.
Yeah.
And they cut it off right in front of us. So sorry about your luck, 161.
I know, but don't you feel like, and that's the thing is, like, her parents obviously are like, thank God, thank you so much, and I'm forever grateful and all of that. But then what if you're the parents of 161? You're like, well, and you're kind of like feeling like you felt, or your friend felt.
Yeah, you know what? You'll get on the next plane out of there. You will.
And from what I understand is, and you know how I feel about
and there's this alleged ceasefire too, so that kind of frees things up a little bit.
I hope so. And I'm not a fan of Ron DeSantis, and I've been very vocal. However, he did make it a point to this was a Florida-based get everybody out thing, specifically from Florida.
Okay.
So he was heading up that, saying, it needed to get done. And I don't know what this is, and I really should probably look into it. But the parent said, I can't believe we did it. We are forever indebted to Gray Bull Rescue. Have you ever heard of that? I don't know what that is.
No.
And it doesn't mention, it's shoddy journalism. It doesn't mention what that is in the actual article itself, but I'm imagining it's a group that.
How do you not tell them?
I don't know.
You're going to tell them what it is. You're going to tell them the name, but you're not going to tell them what it is. But meanwhile, if you do a story about a singer, you know what? Every ensuing paragraph, like if it's about Taylor Swift, give me a Taylor Swift song.
The singer, Shake It Up.
The Shake It Off songstress performed an impromptu, like we don't know who Taylor Swift is, but that's with every single time. And I notice it. Maybe they do it with actors, and where they'll say the Mission Impossible star or something like that. But whenever they do an article about a music artist, they have to throw at least, especially like if it's like Bieber, the Peaches singer.
Yeah.
Is that the name Peaches? I don't know.
I don't. The girl, or what? I know what you're saying. Like with Taylor Swift, like the originally a country singer and started when she was 13. Like no, okay, too much background. What's happening now?
We know it's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Let's keep the story moving.
Yeah.
But yet you have this organization that rescued this local student. And you don't go in and tell people what the organization is, so maybe they will go donate some, research it and go donate it.
They mentioned it twice, and like the little beginning of the article where they summarize it all, they said that they were forever indebted to the group. They just said the group that helped get her home, and that's all they said. And at the last sentence, one of the last sentences of the article is, we are forever indebted. We are forever indebted to Gray Bull Rescue. I don't know, and then that's it, and that was the end of the article. So
it sounds like a pit bull rescue company,
Gray Bull
organization.
I don't know, but I can't
cool.
imagine this girl and how grateful and happy she is, especially since she was obviously helping over there, part of this ambulance volunteer group or whatever.
But here's what I say: like, where are your parents? Because if my daughter comes home and she's like, Dad, I'm going to study abroad. I'm like, okay, where you going? Italy? You going to Spain? Or you going to England? Where you going? No, I'm going in the middle of a war zone. No, you're not.
Yeah.
But
you're not.
But you don't have a choice. If this is what she wants to do, if this is her
I have a
calling-
choice. You know how I have a choice?
Because you're paying for stuff.
I'm paying for it.
Yeah, she's going to do it on her own. What are you going to do?
Oh, yeah? My daughter's going to come up with $25,000 for a semester abroad? Yeah, okay.
What are you going to do when you don't have the money control over your daughter anymore? You're going to lose your crap. Because that's your only card right now. You're like, oh,
but then now she's an adult and she's on her own, and you can do what it is you want to do. I can guide you. If you come to me for guidance, I'll guide you. But after that, once she's off the payroll, she's off the payroll. But while she's on there, my opinion means something.
If I'm, and to me, just hear me. Listen, I obviously had a horrible mother. I had no help. And I'm not saying I have a leg to stand on in that regard. But to me, if I'm your daughter, I'm taking that like blackmail. Like you're using this, holding this over my head. Like, and that makes me resent you.
Okay. Then don't take the money. Then don't take it.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna resent me for it, well then here you go. Yeah, do it.
Figure it out yourself then.
I think that's what honestly I think that was the motivation when I've told you guys before that I moved out when I was 17 because I couldn't handle the only thing she had over me was she was giving me a place to live and I didn't have to pay, I was not on my own basically. She was paying for the bills or whatever. So I did not want that over my head. I didn't, you're under my roof and I was annoyed with that. So I'm going to do it
Good
myself.
for you. And you did it. And you should be proud of yourself for doing it and surviving and making it happen and maybe doing things and living in situations that you didn't really want to live in, like in an apartment over a store in Iowa with 12 other people. Not ideal, but you did what you had to do to go be independent and get out from under it.
Yeah.
If my daughter wants to do that,
what would you say?
Have at it.
Okay, so, but honestly, because I feel like, this is how I feel like it would go. If she said to you, Dad, thank you for everything you've done or whatever, but I can't with this anymore. I'm going to move out. Just so you know, I'm going to have, for this next, until I go to UT, I'm going to be in an apartment or whatever. There's going to be 5 other people there, some boys, some girls. I'm paying my own rent. I don't need a penny from you anymore or whatever. And she tells you that, and then she like has her stuff packed and she moves in a week. I feel like you still float her some money.
I'm not paying for UT. I'm not paying for Tampa.
Wait a minute. This is just before she goes to UT, just to get out of the house. All of a sudden, you're taking away all that money just because she wants to live on her own for a couple of months?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. See, and that's where the blackmail stuff comes in.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Wow.
I can control things until I can't control things anymore.
Tell me if this is true. Matthew Gross on Twitter says, JP1, again, it looks like a million or trillion % truth. Monica, you don't understand the Italian daughter-father relationship. The resentment comes way later in life, and it's usually for the mom, not the dad. What kind of sexist BS is this nonsense?
I don't know what he's trying to say. That my daughter will have resentment towards my wife?
That's what he's saying here.
That's cool. I'll take it.
But that's so unfair. You're the one blackmailing her with money. Oh, my God.
I'm not blackmailing her with money. I'm just saying, you know the guy Gary Vee?
No.
Gary Vee is a guy who started working for his father's wine store and then took it online, took it digital, blew it up. Now he's a multi-gazillionaire with, I forgot the name of he's got a big giant company with multiple businesses and all this kind of stuff. Nice. And he drops F-bombs all over the place. And he basically says, he's like, listen, if you're, 21, 22 years old and you're out of school and you're still taking anything from your parents, you should, get anything negative about them out your mouth. Because you can't have anything negative to say, and that includes getting yourself off the family plan, get out of that whole thing. And it's the truth. Like, once you get to a certain point, if you want to claim independence, well, then you need to cut the cord.
Why can't there
and be independent, like you did.
But can't there be? Mine was horrible, and in my opinion, I couldn't live like your daughter is living. But there has to be a happy medium.
Yes,
in other words,
could. My daughter's got it pretty good.
I'm not saying she has it bad. I'm saying you're not going to let her forget who's paying the bills here, and I can't deal with that.
Well, it doesn't come up in conversation often. It comes up in conversation more here than it does there because you bring it up.
I guess
it really doesn't come up at home.
But isn't there a happy medium where I work hard, I save up my money, I'm doing my own. But Dad, is there? Can you do the phone plan for 6 months, and then I promise after that, or something where there's like a bridge the gap situation where
100%.
That would be ideal.
100%. It's not like she's going to get out of college and I'm going to, put a boot in her ass and tell her to hit the bricks and, you're cut off of everything. That's not going to be the case.
Why, then she should. I don't understand.
Well, because you're going to need a cushion because you're not going to be making any money the minute you walk out of school. You want to stay home? You want to live at home till you get on your feet? Absolutely. I got you. But you want to start calling the shots while I'm paying the bills? Well, then, you don't get to do that. You have one or the other.
You like it a little bit, be honest.
Of course I do. I love my daughter. Of course I do.
You like having that money hold over her, but like you said, it's not going to be forever, so.
No, it's not going to be forever.
Try it when you can.
Or is it?
No. I don't know your daughter, and she looks nothing like I pictured her to look, but I feel like from the stories you tell me, she's already as independent as she can be.
Yeah, she can be.
And it's going to grow.
I hope so.
Me too.
Trust me, I don't want them home forever. I want them off the payroll.
Yeah, in the meantime, your son's going to be moved out and doing his own thing next year or some crap.
Pretty much. No, he'll stay at home until he has enough money to do something. He'll stay at home for a couple of years, but he'll get out. Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Pretty cool for that kid. He's a good dude. He's a lot less work than my daughter. A lot less. Listen. He's easy. She's not. She's not easy.
She's making you work for it, sir.
She's me. All right, Dead Guy in the Envelope. Brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get a guaranteed offer on your home today at markspain.com. I got a dead white American guy. From the headlines, he has been portrayed in movies. There's a ton of documentaries about him as well. I'll leave it there. All right, white American guy, headlines, movies, documentaries.
Is this man a businessman?
You could definitely say that.
I'll just take a ding, really, is all I want.
You can definitely say that. Hold on, there you go. There's your ding.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did he die before the 2000s?
Yes, he did. He did die before the 2000s. But I will say he was alive during our lifetime.
Okay.
All right. 800-771-1025. The hints again. The clues again. You got a white American guy, from the headlines. All right. He died. He was alive during our lifetime, but died before the 2000s. There were documentaries, and he's been portrayed in movies. All right. One more time, 800-771-1025. Now, the game goes as follows. You call up, you ask yes or no questions. You get a yes, you go again. You get a no, we move on to the next phone call. We put all the clues together, and somebody's going to win some concert tickets. All right? It's that simple. It's Dead Guy in the Envelope on 102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. Your questions when we get back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
John Setting here for Hawkins Service Co. The summer is here, the pool parties are scheduled, and your pool should be chill, literally. Cool things down with $300 off an AquaCal chiller from Hawkins Service Co. Or make your pool pump work smarter, not harder, with $250 off a variable speed pump this month only. These summer pool specials end June 30th, so do not miss out and make that call today at 813-445-8209 or always online at HawkinsServiceCO.com. Hawkins, one call, handles it all.
For decades, Camtech School of Construction has been the leader in preparing thousands of people to advance their career as a licensed contractor. Join Camtech's free info seminar tonight, 7 p.m. Tampa AC Hotel by Marriott, 4020 West Boy Scout Boulevard, 1-800-875-PASS, CamtechSchool.com.
I'm honored by the number of referrals that Bernetti PA gets from others in our legal profession. We have represented clients referred to us by other law firms and even represented judges. They've called us. Why shouldn't you? Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Brandon Honda is having its biggest used car event of the entire year. Hi, I'm Sam Robbie. Right now at Brandon Honda, get certified pre-owned vehicles from $6,900, backed up with a real nationwide lifetime warranty. Get CRVs from $15,000, HRVs $14,000, Accords $12,000, and get certified Civics from an incredible $9,000. We're approving all credit applications, plus make no payments for 90 days. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-527-9308 for more information.
Mike Calta here for my friends at the Golden Diamond Source. Listen, if you're thinking about getting married, if you want to pop the question soon, right now you need to get into the Golden Diamond Source because it all starts there. You can buy the diamond at the Golden Diamond Source, they'll slash 40% off of the mounting. And the Golden Diamond Source is a jewelry supercenter. They've got something for everyone's budget, and they do it without all the sales pressure. You can go in there and you can design something, you can pick something they already have, and the best part about it, that diamond never loses its value. At any time, you could trade that diamond in and get the full price you paid towards your next purchase. That only happens at the Golden Diamond Source. And if you've got a birthday, anniversary, or any other reason to upgrade your gift game, you'll get 15% off the birthstone jewelry all month long. And jewelry is not just for women. Guys, they have watches, bracelets, rings, anything you need can be found in the family-owned Golden Diamond Source. Stop by and see Steve and Julie Weintraub in Clearwater right there on Olmerton Road, the same place they've been for the last 30 years. 3800 Olmerton Road, right off of 275. Check them out online at goldendiamond.com. Tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Summer Sale.
Hi, yeah. My family and I want our backyard to be a summer oasis.
Don't sweat it. Our summer deals are here to help. Save up to 50% off on select items. Plus, IKEA loyalty members can save an extra 10%.
Sign me up. You just saved my summer.
Visit us in store from 5/27 to 6/30 or at IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for more details. Offer valid 5/27 to 6/30/25. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob?
What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
We love telling you about Win Derby at Derby Lane, an institution in Pinellas County, right on Gandy Boulevard. It's like walking back into the good old days of table games. You got $5 minimums at some of the tables. They've got appetizers coming by every few hours and free cocktails while you're playing.
Yeah, it's real simple and real fun. You can play Ultimate Texas Hold'em, 3-card poker, Mississippi Stud, and I Love Suits. And if you don't know what beats what, just look up the poker hand rankings on the mural. It'll give you a little guidance.
I got to say, I am somebody who has not played a bunch of poker in my life. So being able to look up at this amazing, a very beautiful mural, if I may say so myself, that breaks down everything. Royal flush, straight flush, 4 of a kind, full house, straight. I can be a genius even if I'm really not. You've got to check out Win Derby at Derby Lane.
Great place to host your next event, too. If you have an office party or a bunch of friends getting together, head on out to the legendary Derby Lane. You can all win some money, have a great time, and walk out of there with more money in your pockets than you walked in with. It is the legendary Derby Lane.
Stingray Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Steve Hurley, owner of Stingray Chevrolet, where we have completely eliminated the dealer fee. This will automatically save you up to $1,500. So do yourself a favor. Ask the dealer, what is your dealer fee? You have a choice, because at Stingray on I-4 in Plant City, there is no dealer fee. So when we say relax and enjoy the difference, that difference can save you a lot. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
Dead guy in the envelope, 800-771-1025. The clues that you have so far for today's Dead Guy is a white American guy that you know from the headlines. He's been portrayed in movies and tons of documentaries. He did not die in the 2000s, but he was alive in our lifetime. Monica, what did you ask me? I forgot.
I asked if he was a businessman. You said yes.
And yeah, you can say he was a businessman, 100%. Let's go with Doug on line 5.
Yeah, just wanted to know if he ever owned a hotel in Vegas.
No. No, he did not. Dave, line 8.
Was he in Star Trek?
No. No, this guy's not an actor. I said he was portrayed in movies, but he wasn't in movies. Derek, line 4.
Was he in a cult?
No. Not in a cult. Anthony, line 2. Hello?
Is he from Chicago?
Nope, not from Chicago. Beth, line 1.
Hey, everybody. Do we know him for criminal activity?
Yeah. Sure.
Was he associated with organized crime?
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, doctor.
Let's see. Did he die over the age of 50?
Yes.
Did he die in prison?
No.
Ah.
He did not die in prison.
Solid deduction work, though.
Charlie, line 6. Yeah, she basically laid out the cold cuts. Somebody's just got to make the sandwich now. Or the lunch meats, I should say. Go ahead, Charlie, line 6.
Yep.
Was he in the automotive industry?
No.
Were you listening, sir? Were you listening at all?
He was not in the automotive industry. Becky, line 3. But he was involved with a lot of businesses.
Is it Robin Williams?
No. Robin Williams was not
50 times how to play this game, and she still jumped on and said, "Is this Robin Williams? Dummy. Dummy."
I feel the frustration.
Yeah.
I can honestly understand how he took time to explain, and you have to ask a question first and all of that, and she still just ignored it all. I can feel the frustration.
Right.
She's banned now. Don't call back, Becky.
John, line 2.
Hey, was he involved in politics as well as being a businessman?
You mean, was he elected to politics?
Yeah, was he running for any position, anything?
Nope. Nope. Did he control politicians? Probably. Brian, line 4.
Yeah. Did Leonardo DiCaprio play him in a movie?
No. No. No Leonardo DiCaprio. Let's go with Mike on line 3.
Hey, Diz, Monifa, JP, what's up?
What up?
Hey.
Was this gentleman murdered?
Was he what?
Was he murdered?
It's Mike. He says.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Is it Mr. Al Capone?
No. David, line 5. Go ahead,
Me?
David. Go ahead, buddy.
It's James.
Sorry, James.
That's cool. Was he assassinated in New York?
Yes.
Is it Paul Castellano?
Paul Castellano.
I don't know who that is.
Paul Castellano was the head of the Gambino crime family before he was brutally murdered outside a Sparks Steakhouse in New York City by none other than John Gotti and Sammy the Bull Gravano. At least they set up the hit.
So much
and that
violence.
led to John Gotti becoming the head of the Gambino crime family. So, yes, Paul Castellano is the guy. Congrats. Your choice. I have passes for Busch Gardens to experience Busch Gardens Summer Nights. I have Monster Jam, or I have Bolt's Brewfest.
Let's do Busch Gardens.
All right, you got a pair of passes to Busch Gardens for Busch Gardens Summer Nights. Congratulations. Hold on. Once again, Paul Castellano, dead guy in the envelope.
Nice.
Monica, you got to brush up on your mafia stuff.
I did read the book of I Paint Houses or whatever that they made into a Netflix show.
The Irishman.
And it was good. I'm not going to lie. It was scary and weird to me, but it was interesting. So I would be curious as to what good books there are to read on this subject. Like I don't want to read crap about it. Like
You just watch documentaries.
no, I want to read.
No.
I don't know why it's so difficult to understand. I want to.
Why can't you sit and watch a documentary?
I can, I guess, but why couldn't I just read about it? I guess I could. I'm not anti-doc. I do like some docs, but I need a good
Sammy's got a book called Underboss that you might like.
Okay.
That you might like.
Sammy who?
Sammy Gravano. Sammy the Bull.
You say Sammy like I'm supposed to know. I will say this. They stopped it after one season only, but MTV maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago had a reality show of the granddaughter of Sammy the Bull, and like that whole, and then each
The daughter or granddaughter?
No, the granddaughter.
The reality show?
It was a reality show, and there were her friends were all had crime people in their family as well, but the big sellout, because he was on it, and she talked to him for a little bit. He was really, really, really old, and I guess he had done time in prison, and so he was kind of trying to tell her, don't do what I did.
He did 19 murders, and he ended up, because there were tapes of Gotti, basically not putting a contract on him, but wanting Sammy dead. And then Sammy heard that, and he was the underboss, and he thought John and him were like ride or die kind of thing. And he heard, Gotti wanted to kill him, and so he turned state's evidence and switched teams.
How is he still alive? Don't you get murdered if you do that?
No, because what happened was he left. First off, he left the mafia, but he. Once he turned state's evidence, because remember I told you a couple of days ago they tried 3 or 4 times to get Gotti, and they couldn't do it.
Jeez Louise.
And then all of a sudden, Sammy gave them everything they needed, and they got him.
Now he's dead.
He only did 5 years for 19 murders.
Jeez.
Right, and then he got out, and he was in witness protection for a little while, and then he came out of witness protection. He was like living in Arizona, and his son started selling ecstasy.
Oh, jeez.
And somehow they ended up tying him to his son's ecstasy thing, and he got 19 years for that.
For the ecstasy and not the murders.
Correct.
That's the old O.J. Simpson situation.
Pretty much. Yeah, they got him. They were going to get him. They were looking to get him, and they got him. So that was it. Yeah, the mafia stuff to me is real interesting.
To me, it's just, I get a weird feeling. Like it's too
Of course you do.
much. Like, how do people live these lives? Aren't you constantly scared and
No, they're just wired differently. It's what they grew up around. It's what they know. Yeah. It's like, it's like in low-income neighborhoods where they see the drug dealers out in the corner. They got the nice cars, the nice clothes, they got the women and all that other stuff. And then people, they end up following in those footsteps and selling drugs because they want that life. Well, back in the day, when you grew up in Brooklyn and places like that, and you saw the wise guys standing on the corner with the nice suits on and the nice cars, you want that. Same thing.
I feel like part of you likes that and wish you were part of it.
I don't have the balls to do it. Same as my father. I told you my father.
Yeah.
My father said he didn't want to spend his whole life looking over his shoulders.
Smart. Yeah.
I'm not wired that way. I'm too nuts. All right. It's JP 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio, Monica and Dizzy. We'll be right back.
Everything that you do is wrong and you feel like you can barely survive. Yeah. When those around you are crumbling down.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Summer is here, and it's time to take that weekend getaway to Vegas, or maybe book that Alaskan cruise. But maybe inflation has kicked you right in the wallet. Well, leave it to Mike Calta to cancel his new order of 14 refrigerators just to give you the Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday. Listen for the keyword every Tuesday and Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get it and enter it in the free 102.5 The Bone app, and you could win $1,000. That's $1,000 that you can use towards a beach vacation, or to buy your own refrigerator, or to just buy a bunch of beer, stay home, and drink them. You know, like a staycation. It's the Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday from 102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio.
Cat named Mo from Drew Garabo Live. Prime time, baby, for Crunch Fitness. June's begun and you should begin on that summer body. It's the perfect time to join for $1 with enrollment and membership starting at $9.99 a month. Go to crunch.com for over 500 locations nationwide. I'm at Crunch 5 days a week. I have my own personal trainer. There's no reason you can't too. Also, you can work any of the $1 million worth of shiny new equipment on your own. Memberships $9.99 a month and enrollment $4. Hurry offer in soon. Go to crunch.com and let's get crunched.
Raise a Big Daddy mug this summer at Hooters. Bud and Bud Light Big Daddies for just $6 or Mick Ultra for $6.50. Big beers, better deals. Only at Hooters. 11 locations in Tampa Bay. Go to originalhooters.com for one near you.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Enjoy revved up summer savings at Crown Hyundai.
Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with zero down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service.
Visit crownhyundai.com.
With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10K miles a year, $59.95 due at signing, plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Paid for by Hims and Hers Health. Hims and Hers Weight Loss is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at forhers.com apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are not compounded.
Trying to lose weight? It's time to try Hers. At forhers.com/radio, you can access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored to you. These include oral medication kits and personalized compounded semaglutide, the same active ingredient that's in Ozempic and Wegovy, but at a much lower price. So you can lose weight for less money than you'd spend on name-brand drugs. Through Hers, pricing for personalized compounded semaglutide starts at just $165 a month for a 12-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees. Plus, the process is 100% online. If prescribed, your personalized plan ships free directly to your door. Reach your weight loss goals with help from Hers. Get started at forhers.com/radio to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's forhers.com/radio. forhers.com/radio.
Hey, Brandon Rhymes here. Top 1% Realtor team, Keller Williams Realty. Buy, sell, or invest in real estate, commercial or residential. 813-917-1894. ConsumerQB.com. 917-1894. ConsumerQB.com.
It's officially time for Zero Res's annual summer sale. Take advantage and get 15% off all cleaning services. That's 15% off carpet, air ducts, area rugs, and more. Mention my name, Galvin, to secure this deal today or book online at ZeroResTampaBay.com.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8 year old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
1025 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning. And now, back to JP.
.105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. It's JP with Monica and Dizzy. All hell is breaking loose in my house already. Tonight's prom night.
So weird it's on a Wednesday.
Yeah. I know. The whole thing is weird, but my daughter's like, I guess, starting to get like one of those crazy brides.
Aren't they staying in like a hotel after?
No.
Oh, I thought you said they rented a place or something.
No, they rented a house, but I don't think they leave until Sunday.
Oh, okay.
It's so weird. So they're having prom on Wednesday, and then prom night isn't until Sunday?
No, they have prom tonight. So weird. And then they'll come home at the end, after prom, after they're done hanging out. And then tomorrow's graduation. And then they'll go and they rented a house in like Pennsylvania, something like that, a bunch of them.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah, why there?
Who the hell knows? They tried to get a place out, on the Jersey Shore, but everything was too expensive. Nobody wanted to rent.
I'll take Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to rent to high school kids and that kind of thing.
So does she have, which is so weird, prom is the night before
Monica,
graduation.
you have no idea the level of weird this thing is.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But does she have a curfew tonight?
Not really, but Monica, it's weird. I'm telling you, the whole thing is nuts. She won't be out till 3 o'clock in the morning. She'll be home by 1 o'clock. I guarantee it.
Yesterday
I asked, I'm like, how are you guys getting to the prom? She's like, we might Uber. I'm like, what?
What's Uber to prom? Oh, yeah, because you said they can't do limos, right?
They could. They were allowed to, but the kids didn't want to do it. They didn't want to spend the money. And I'm like, you asked me for everything. You didn't come to me. I would have been able to make a couple of phone calls, and it would have been, might have cost less. I would have covered you, for the prom. Of course I'd cover you.
Just don't get a belly ring. Yeah.
Right. I go, he's not. So then they go into their friend's house. First off, it's about 98 degrees outside.
I don't want to hear it.
They got to stand outside. These dudes are in tuxes.
Welcome to our world.
Right. Well, for they're not used to it here, Monica. They're not. It's not. They don't live there. When they're not used to this, and to have to stand outside with makeup on, taking pictures and all that other crap. But when I said to her, I go, "Is he picking you up in his lesbian mobile?" The guy drives a Subaru. And she goes, I go, "Who's taking you to Reagan's?" They go to her friend Reagan's to take pictures. She goes, "You and Mommy are going to take me." I'm like, "What?" Like, this whole thing is insane. I said, so you're not getting picked up by your prom date?
Are they just
to
going as
go
friends,
to
though?
where the pictures are? Yeah, I don't know how friends. I don't know how friends it is.
Oh,
I don't know. I think it might be a little bit more. I have no idea. I can't get I don't understand these people at all.
These people.
None of it. I understand none of this.
I will say this. To me, and I don't know if this has anything to do with it. Maybe they just do that way anyway. But if I have graduation tomorrow and I know I have to be up and stand in the sun and wait for 100 people to go before me or whatever, and all of that stuff that is involved in stand in line and cap and gown and all of that. If I do that tomorrow, I'm not staying out late either. I don't want to be all hungover
and that's why they do graduation the next day. That's exactly what is to try to curb it.
I mean, I guess
but the graduation is not till 6:00 tomorrow night. Like I'm doing both the shows tomorrow.
Oh my God! Then that doesn't even matter then because I'm as an old lady I'm fine by 6. Certainly as a kid I'm fine by 6.
There's no after parties anywhere. I asked her. I'm like, because I don't care. It's your prom. I'm not going to be a dick about it. But the whole thing is nuts. The whole thing is. I mean, it can't be any further away from what we were. Can't be. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was for me, because I had already moved out. So I didn't have to sneak alcohol, and I was just on my own anyway. I didn't have anybody telling me what to do.
Right.
But I think most kids, are like, getting a limo so they can drink in there on the way and nobody knows. And
we were in a limo. We had a limo full of booze. We went to the prom. We left the prom, got in the limo, went into the city. We ended up in Central Park.
Oh, that's awesome.
On like drinking in the park with homeless guys and riding the horse and buggies around the park.
Oh, that's awesome. That's fun.
Yeah. And then we got home. We probably got home like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I guess. I don't even know. I don't remember. But all I know is this.
I don't remember.
My mother wasn't taking me for pictures and and I went with my prom date. You going to meet this dude there? The whole thing sounds...
Yeah, that's weird.
The whole thing is weird. And you're going to take an Uber?
Yeah.
At that point, just let us drive you.
You do a prom dinner and all that.
Or take the car.
Yeah, you got to do dinner beforehand.
Yeah,
to me,
prom
dinner, and then...
Pre-drink in the limo.
Yes.
We didn't have prom dinner because you ate at the prom.
They're serving food at the prom?
Yeah,
it's not good.
It's like almost like a sit-down. It's at a catering hall.
No, I feel like at the prom we had... like maybe a punch bowl or, maybe some sort of drinks, and maybe passing hors d'oeuvres or something, but there was no food there.
Oh yeah, no, we had a whole thing. It was no different than going to a wedding.
There was definitely food at ours. I remember that.
Although mine wasn't.
I might be mixing up homecoming and prom though. Now that I think of it, I might be mixing that up. Homecoming we probably didn't get food, but prom we definitely did.
Homecoming we didn't get food.
Yeah,
homecoming was in the gym.
Ew.
Our prom was in the gym.
Ew.
Yeah, just decorated.
Well, you were in
up.
Iowa. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Right.
It's an Iowa thing. That's true, too.
That's so
It's
gross.
all decorated.
All 12 of you were in there, yeah.
They don't have any catering barns.
All right. It was decorated up all nice like.
It's the enchantment under the sea dance.
We're just so far removed. And honestly, I'll be honest with you, I want to give these kids a pat on the back. If they're truly not, listen, we could just be old people not understanding that they're totally drinking and doing everything else. They're just making it seem like they're not. But
Right.
if everything's on the up and up, good for these kids to be smart enough to understand that it's to no avail. There's no good ending to that. So they're just playing it safe. I like
Right.
that.
But it's bothering me that this kid's not insisting on coming to pick her up to go for the pictures. Like that's kind of bothering me. But I'll tell you what, the kid, I got to give the kid credit. He came after the initial F up from last week. Oh, I didn't tell you guys.
No.
Ooh, you know what it was? I didn't feel like, you're fighting with Monica about it. That's what happened.
Well, we only have a certain amount of time. I won't say anything at all.
Okay. So last week, I was hanging out. Isabella said, can I have a couple people over in the backyard, go in the pool? Yeah, fine. She's like, Savvy's coming. The kid's name is Severino. Okay.
Oh, yeah, Italian.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I got to the house, walk in the backyard. My wife is in the backyard. The kid Savvy goes, how you doing? He's in my pool. How you doing? I'm Savvy. I wait. Kid doesn't get out of the pool to shake my hand. Okay. You shut up. Shut up. It's a big deal. So anyway, I go inside. I'm
At least he
hanging out.
greeted you, dog.
Two of my girlfriends, hold on, two of my girlfriends, two of my daughter's girlfriends ran into her room, came back out. I said, let me ask you a question. Before I even asked the question, Yes, he should have got out to shake your hand. I can't believe he went in the pool in the first place. I said, okay, so it's not just me. No, it's not just you. He should have done it.
But do you
cool.
think it's...
Got it. Wait a bit. You're not supposed to say anything. Remember, we're on no time.
That's true. That's true.
So then I have a bunch of my people over. I had a whole bunch of people over on Saturday. Basically, she had a backyard full of aunts and uncles, right? The kid comes to the house with Dunkin' Donuts and runs the gauntlet. Comes right over to me because I guess my daughter's girlfriend said something to him. Comes right over to me. Hi, Mr. Parisi. I don't know if you remember. I said, hey, man, welcome. Thanks. Gave me a box of Dunkin' Donuts Munchkins. And he went in and said hello to every single one of my boys. All of them. Shook them all hands. That was a backyard full of her uncles. And he did it. I'm like, cool. All right, the kid bounced back. I'm good. Now I got this thing with the prom, and he's not coming to pick her up. And I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. So he's back on the list.
Yeah. Makes sense. You should.
Dad, Monica, you got 40 seconds. Go.
Is there any possibility that...
No. Just kidding. You knew that was coming.
I just want to know if there's any... And I have so much to say about the other stuff. I'm not even going to touch it. I will say this. Is there any possibility, because we've just discussed how unbelievably far removed, you said yourself, couldn't be any further from what you were thinking or what you did, that... Because we're a generation away, so what you're thinking isn't what he's thinking. He's not trying to be disrespectful. He's coming from the same exact place of, I don't need to pick her up. I don't need to have dinner before prom. I don't need to drink and limo and all of that. I'm going to Uber. All of that mindset is the same. He's of a different mindset. Not to be disrespectful, but because that's what that kids do. So it's not about you at all. It has nothing to do with you personally.
In my house, you're in my pool, get your ass out of the pool and come say hello to me, especially since you're taking my daughter to the prom and we haven't met yet.
No.
You get your ass out of the pool and you come shake my hand.
He was probably busy peeing in your pool.
To which point, probably. To which point, I then went upstairs in my house. My son was home. I go, pop quiz. He's like, what's up? I go, you're going to the prom with somebody. You might be dating. You might be just friends, but it might be in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, with benefits.
You haven't met the parents. You go to their house. You're in their pool. The father comes in the backyard. What do? He goes, I get out and shake his hand.
You've brainwashed your kids into dictatorship.
No. I taught them respect.
You taught
not brainwash.
You don't
I taught them respect.
You understand that someone can do everything you just said and have zero respect for you, right? They may resent you for making them do that. It has nothing to do with respect.
It's my house. I don't care if you resent me or not. Don't come back.
That's so gross.
No problem.
You're a dictator.
Who wants everything done your way?
I'm not a dictator.
You're going to come to my house and you're going to behave a certain way.
Monica said your house is North Korea.
I'm going to throw you out.
Like it.
It's not
Supreme Leader JP.
Yeah, do it my way or get out.
It's not North Korea. It's Sicily. This is exactly what it is.
I'm so glad we did that at the end of the show.
And we eat well.
Well, we'll continue this tomorrow.
Sorry, Mr. Senning. We're a couple minutes late. Senning's in next. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think.
Makes me feel good.
Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
$30 ticket to summer starts now. Make it a summer of live music with $30 tickets to great shows at Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. Hurry while supplies last. Check out over 1,000 shows for $30 at LiveNation.com.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
Ah, La Galleria.
And of course, American touches like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota, where the low and locked-in sales event is going on all month long. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Sun, Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
A cat named Mo from Drew Garabo Live, primetime, baby, telling you to come out to All-American Gunslingers on US 19 in Newport Richey, Saturday, July 26th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. because All-American Gunslingers is partnering with Lightwing for the first ever indoor drone shoot. Get your chance to shoot an actual drone. This is a ticketed event. Tickets are available now, but get them while they last. Go to aagunslingers.com. All-American Gunslingers, your rights, your safety, your freedom, shooting down drones, America.
Market volatility isn't slowing down. If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life.